Catherine, first of all, I saw you on the TV at the Golden Globes. Did you have so much fun?
What a night. To have Austin win, like I was crying. It was just so great. And I have woken up with a little skip in my step because he's also been nominated for a SAG award.
SAG usually means Oscar.
Well, look, he just deserves all these accolades and for everyone to be telling him how great he is, because he is.
And he credits you for really helping him get into character more than anything. What is it like working with an actor? How much do they influence the way you work or vice versa?
It's absolutely a collaboration, because it's one thing to have a picture or a photograph of an outfit, and it's completely different when you're in the dressing room with the person. It's that alchemic kind of moment, the alchemy between the clothes and the actor, that create story. And to me, the actor is that vital part.
What are the steps in the process?
Well, Baz tells me the story first. You know, he'll take you through how he's seeing the way this particular story is going to be told. So I'm very lucky because usually the design department gets to develop sort of in parallel with the script. And a lot of the time we're set tasks by Baz to inform his script writing process. So whether it's creating a kind of crazy chart that maps out all of Elvis's jumpsuits, any little anecdotes that might be, creating a kind of an image bank of every outfit Elvis ever wore. It's a resource for the script writing process.
I wanted to get into some of the costumes in Elvis because, I mean, it was incredible, the transformation you saw. You really felt like you were watching Elvis. You know, Austin Butler had about 90 different costumes.
Yes.
Were there any that really stood out to you as a favorite?
Look, I don't really have favorites because I'm just so grateful when the costume works, it doesn't fall apart on the day, people can do what they need to do in it. But there are always costumes that help you to find the center to what you're trying to do. So I think that with the 68 special suit, that iconic recreation, that process really, I think, led Baz, Austin and I to a collective realization that we shouldn't be imitating, we should be interpreting. But I think Baz put it really well. Bill Ballou was the original designer of Elvis's jumpsuits and the 68 special suit. And he kept saying, we need to be approaching it as if Austin is Elvis and Bill Ballou is making that suit for Austin. So it's finding like a sort of a synthesis between Austin, his physicality, and the suit. So it's really subtle changes, but they make a big difference. It's like the height of a collar, the position of a pocket, but that kind of brought everything together.
There were a couple others that I was curious about. One was the all-white jumpsuit with the buttons that's also on the movie poster.
Yes. We did a lot of research originally about how to approach these jumpsuits. Through looking at stuff that was actually at Graceland, I managed to discover BK Enterprises, who are sort of the preeminent jumpsuit makers for that particular industry. And we started a collaboration. And so one of the most touching things I think about all of these jumpsuits is the final jumpsuit at the end of the movie when Elvis is singing Unchained Melody. The Sundial jumpsuit was actually embroidered by the man who embroidered Elvis's Sundial jumpsuit.
In your words, though, how, because a lot of people might not think about that, but how crucial is costume and set design to everyone's roles, let alone the result of a movie?
Look, I think it can be the seasoning mix, it can be the special sauce, but it ain't ever going to be the main meal. You know what I mean? Like, Austin's creation of Elvis is absolutely internal and is a product of his own extraordinary ability as an actor and his hard work.
Before we wrap up, because I could talk to you forever, honestly, but you know, you do create these worlds. You not only lead the costume design, but you also lead the set design, and you just created the world of Elvis. I mean, from Graceland to Beale Street. What is it like to create kind of a time machine and go back to a different era, and how much work goes into that?
When you think about it as 90 sets, 2 blocks of Beale Street, 1.5 stories of an exterior set of Graceland, half of Graceland built on set, it just becomes completely overwhelming. And little by little, you're able to get all these things done. And even though you'll have been in meetings and you'll have talked about it and you'll have discussed everything about every detail, but then when you actually see it in reality, I'm always floored. I always think, wow, this is incredible. You're transporting me back. I never cease to be surprised by what all of us together are able to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, that is well said. And I think now what I'm going to do is go rewatch Elvis, and we'll be cheering you on.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.